All right, boys and girls, here we are with practice 2, real-world problems, addition and subtraction. Our example here says Janice has 1,458 stamps. She has 396 fewer stamps than Ben. First question is, how many stamps does Ben have? So we're going to take a peek here. Now, these are going to be ones that we're going to have to start making ourselves, okay? So we know that Janice has 1,458 stamps. So you can draw a rectangle or a bar like that, right? And put 1,458 above it. Now she has 396 fewer stamps than Ben. So if she has fewer stamps, then we know that Ben has more stamps. So if Ben has more stamps, he would have the whole number in this one, right? And Janice, and how many fewer stamps she has, would be both parts. So for our part-whole fact triangle, it's actually flipped upside down this way. So we know the two parts, and we're trying to find the whole, which is how many Ben has. Okay? So we take our 1,458, and if it's part and a part, we know that we add the two parts to get to the whole. So we add the 396 to it, and we get 1,854. So that's how many stamps Ben has. Now it's asking us how many stamps do they have in all. So we're going to take our fact triangle and we're going to flip it this way now. We know how many Janice has. We know how many Ben has now because we just answered it. We know both parts again. So if we add them together, we'll get the whole, which is 3,312. All right, let's take a look here at number 1. There are 1,287 men at a baseball game. There are 879 fewer women than men. Therefore, there are more men than women at the baseball game. How many women are at the game? Okay, so we know how many men are at the game. That is something that is shared with us. Okay, this is going to be how many men, and I can write men and 1,287 men. Okay, and we know there are fewer women. But we don't know how many women there are, but we do know how many fewer there are. So we know that this number from here to here is 879. So that's taking the total of the men and the total of the women. We know there's that many fewer, right? So when we look at our part-whole fact triangle, I see the whole and I see one part. So if we have a whole and a part, we combine them, we have to subtract. So 1,287 minus 879. Do some work right over here. I have to borrow from next door. That's an 8. 7 minus 7, that's 0 is the game. Again, borrow. 12 minus 8 is 4. So there are 408 women at the game. How many adult spectators are at the game? Okay, so for this part, we know how many women there are now, okay, and we know how many men there are. So this is like saying that there are 408. That was our question mark, but now we know. This time, we're asking the total of the men and the women. Okay, so this time it's a part-whole, but our fact triangle, we have this part and we have that part, so we're going to add them together. So the men, 1,287. We know how many women are at the game. Add those two together. Eight plus 7 equals 15. 8 plus 1 is 9. 2 plus 4 is 6. 1,695 adult spectators are at the game. Okay. Next, we're going to do number 2 here. A school sets aside $4,756 for its athletic fund. It set aside $1,297 less for its library fund. how much money is in the library fund. Okay, well, we know that the athletic fund is more than the library. So let's go. This we know is $4,756. And we're going to put athletic fund for this one. Okay, we're going to make another one here that says library. And we know that the library fund is less. We don't know how much the library fund is, but we do know that it is less than the athletic fund. So we're going to take the 1,297 on this one. So when we look at that, we have the whole and we have one of the two parts. Therefore, we need to subtract. And then this will give us how much the library fund is. So 4,756 minus 1,297. Can't do it. We have to borrow. 16 minus 7 is 9. Can't do that one either. Borrow again. 14 minus 9 is 5. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. So there are 3,459, and that's dollars, right? That's how much is in that fund. So 948 is spent from the library fund. How much money is left? So we can kind of do another little bar graph here. Our library fund now, we know, kind of looks like this, right? This is our total library fund is 3,459. Okay? We're going to spend some. Okay? We're going to spend 948. That means what is left in our library fund, oops, I'm going to move that up a little bit for you. What is left in our library fund will be that one. So, what do we have? We have the whole and we have one part, correct? So we're going to subtract that, 3,459, minus, oh, I forgot to put my minus sign up there, minus 948. Again, 3,459 minus 948. Okay, 9 minus 8 is 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. Can't do that one, so let's borrow. 14 minus 9 is 5. 2 minus nothing is 2. And that would be $2,511 is left in the library fund. All right, boys and girls, we're going to do the next three on another video so it isn't so long. Okay, so we'll see you in a little bit.